Hey guys, Mike from Mortgage Nerds here in Appleton, and I am with
Pam Gustafson from
we
Mortgage Nerds.
And we both love mortgages. And we're here today to talk to you actually about a story that Pam has about some clients that called in.
Right.
Right, Pam?
Not too long ago, I had a client who was pre-approved at her bank for a purchase price of $220 or $225, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they started looking and just not finding anything in that price range that they wanted to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked and she did an application. I looked over her whole picture and figured out she had money to put down, and
So she was at 225,
Correct.
But even then she wanted to go higher
Yes.
at that point.
yes, absolutely.
They just
And-
said this is the
Correct.
best we could do.
Right, but based on her debt ratio, the bank's like, nope, 225 is your top dollar. So we sat down and went over everything, and I noticed her car loan had a payment of $274, which she had, I think the balance was like $3,600 or something like that.
Right.
And we talked about it and decided pay her car off instead, and that raised her purchase price up like $70,000. They ended up buying a house for $299,000.
Right, so they had some money already.
Correct.
And they were gonna use that for a down payment.
Right.
Maybe putting a little bit less money down.
Correct.
And paying off the debt qualified them for a house that they really, really wanted.
Absolutely.
Right. So this is one of the challenges that people go out there. You guys are shopping around. Even worst case scenarios, you go to a bank or credit union and they turn you down because they say the credit's not good enough, or they say you don't have 20% down, for whatever reason that they would do that.
Exactly.
And then you don't come here because you're deflated. And you're like, oh, I don't want to mess with that. I'm going to wait, right? When the reality is there's so many other options.
Exactly.
And typically, I'm not gonna put everybody in this box, but typically when you go to a bank or credit union, those guys are order takers. So you give them a call, tell them what you want, they let you know if to qualify, and that's it.
Exactly.
We consider ourselves advisors. We put all the pieces of the puzzle together and we try to figure it out, right? Like that was a pretty simple thing there to
Right.
just move that thing around. Hey, let's pay off your car.
Thinking outside the box is
Yep.
basically it. And I, years and years ago, I worked at a bank and kind of did the same thing. You had your specific program, and if they didn't fit into that box,
Right.
you couldn't do it.
Typically, when you call here and we go through a full application, we can't give you any solid advice unless you fill out an application.
Right.
You fill out a full application, we can actually give you the guidance. The answer is pretty much always yes, or
At some point.
Yeah.
Right.
We can get you approved if you do this and this and this and this, right? There's always a path to home ownership. It's just, are you working with somebody is willing to take the time and energy to show you that path, right? And that can be very complex sometimes, and maybe it's some things you don't want to do, but it's still a path, you know?
Right.
Gift from family member, move the
Co-signer.
I mean, there's so many
Absolutely.
things. Paying down a credit card, combination of all 15 different things, boom, pre-approved.
Right.
Right. So I don't want you guys to get discouraged out there if you're shopping around and maybe you got told some stuff that was discouraging to you. Give us a call. Let's see if it's actually fact. Let's see if there's something else that we could be doing for you. Or if you're looking or just even thinking about buying a home right now for next year is a good time to get pre-approved.
Absolutely.
So if you're thinking about buying a home next year, give us a call. We'll go through it and make sure that all your ducks are in a row now. So when next year
Ready to
comes,
go.
you're good to go and you don't have any hurdles to overcome.
Exactly.
Right? We have lots of stories like this, but I thought it was a good one just to remind people. Yeah, it depends on where you go and what they say.
Exactly.
All right. Remember, guys, mortgages are complex. Let mortgage nerds
Give you the answers you need.
see ya.